G'day YouTubers, Wazza here from sunny old Queensland on the Sunshine Coast. So this bike is coming on 2 years now, 1 more month, 2 years I've had it, and I guess it's time for its 2-year review. So let's start with our optometer reading. 23,120 kilometers. Had it found. Okay, so it's had its second service, 3 sets of rear tyres, 2 on the front. This third one here I just got at the racetrack. It's a Dunlop Sports Max, what are they? GP tyre. Really well it went at the track. Okay, so let's get a little bit into it, eh? This bike. I don't know whether you've this is the first time you've been on my channel. If it is, well, hello, how are you? If it's not and you're a regular person that's visited this channel and checked out the updates, well, you'll know pretty well everything I've already done, but we'll do a quick carryover. I've kept it mainly stock standard, okay? Oggy knobs, the rad guards, okay? We have an ECU flash, Woolwich ECU flash, Woolwich quick shifter, highly recommended. I have grab rail for touring and a shad touring box to throw my gear in. So this bike's duties since I've had it have been traffic duty, in other words commuting back and forth, rain, track days, mountain rides, everything you can do on any bike this bike is done, except for hail, sleet, snow and ice. Not something I've done. Okay, racetracks, I've done 4 racetracks on this bike. The suspension tune, $50, tune your suspension, best thing you can do. ECU flash, best thing you can do. Oggy knobs, best thing you can do. Radiator guards, best thing you can do. Pipe, optional. It just makes it a little louder. They're expensive. I've kept my link pipe in, because at the end of the day in Australia they pull you over and check you for noise. I don't want to be too loud. Coming off my previous bikes, my previous Harley was very loud. I was expecting great things from this bike. One of my previous Harleys that I rode, I got 186,000 Ks on it. My second one I sold it a bit early just because I got the bug. I took it to the track, got the bug, got this. Has it served its purpose? It is a wonderful bike overall. It's done everything I wanted. Faults, I can live with the seat. When you have a race suit on, you got a bit of padding in your bum anyway. When you're touring, no problems whatsoever. I put this rack on, I throw my gear in it, I stick a big bag here and just strap it up around it. The extra weight serves the suspension, because I have had my suspension tuned. I've got it tuned more for racing. Bit extra weight just softens it a little bit, and you can have a full load on the back and it just hoots around the corners. So when we did the track days, I've been to Morgan Park, which was the one I just come from. I've done Lakeside Park twice, and I've done the Ipswich Raceway once when I first got the bike. How does it perform on the track? You'll see some videos there previously of how it performed on the track. I found it to be good for what it is. This is an overall package. Have I done the brakes? No, I haven't done the brakes. When I use the brakes, I'll add different pads. I really pushed the envelope on this bike at Morgan Park. Personal envelope, maybe not the bikes. I've still got the Bridgestone S20R on the front. You can see it run really well. If you can see, the brakes got a little bit hot. They never lost, they never faded at all. And for me, I pushed it quite hard. I might turn the bike around to show you the other side, but I was scraping left and right on my knee pads, which is, for me, personal best. Personal best. That was so good. Scraping left and right knee pads. That tyre is sensational. What did I have to say? Dislikes. The only real dislike, I would say, which is a major thing, and that Yamaha should really look at, I guess they've gotten better with the tune. I personally think there should be an option when you buy a new bike that for another 50, 75, 100 bucks, whatever it is, they should tune the suspension to you. That should be an option at all shops. Second hand, they should tune the suspension. Should be an option. That's a good option. It's amazing what it does. Tuning your suspension is a major improvement. Right. What was the second thing? The seat I've had no real problem with. The lights. That was it. These lights at night, for the capacity and performance of this bike, you need a bit more. They needed to be just that bit better. These bikes, they go really fast, and even traveling at a moderate speed, going around a corner, you lose line of sight. You can't see the corner. I don't know whether you know, but in Australia, I was thinking about it the other day coming back from Morgan Park, which is a 3.5 hour ride, nearly 4 hour ride, and I was thinking about all the critters I saw dead on the road. And I mean, we got a lot of critters here that crawl out onto the road when it's drought and try and get the grass on the side of the road. So lighting would be much better, because I was coming back in the dark early in the morning. This bike overall has been exceptional. Cruise control, easy to use, go for a ride, absolutely wonderful. I'm going to flick to the other side now. So on this bike, I changed this tyre at the track. I've got around 10,000 for each of the Michelin Battle Axe tyres. Sorry, not Michelin, Bridgestone. I've got around 10,000 each on the Bridgestones, the Battle Axe S21R on the rear and F on the front. The originals, when you buy brand new, they don't have as much tread. They were good, and this front one I've had no problem with traction. The rear tyre I got is a bit more track orientated, so it's not going to last as long. But on the track, it's stuck like anything. It was great. So very happy overall. This bike has never been washed in the 2 years I've owned it. Why? Why don't I? Because I've seen a lot of people with this washing their bikes and detailing them, soap suds and all the rest of it, and then their bearings go and computers, moisture gets in places where you don't really want it to. So yep, so these are the cleaning products used in this bike. Pretty well, when it rains, you pull up, you chamois the bike off, or when you want to clean the bike, you chamois the bike off. I tend to use this the most. It's tyre and plastic vinyl rejuvenator. With a rag, I wipe pretty well all the plastics and everything with that. There's a polish if you want to use that. Quick wipe off, you know what CRC does. Kerosene just to get off any of the tar off the rims. And that's the grease there. They all seem to work well. And I haven't degreased it yet. There's probably a few areas you could tidy up, but overall 20,000, what was it, 20,400 or something? 20,300, blah blah blah, give or take. We could go riding. You'll see plenty of my riding videos. I've got enough of that stuff. I'm sort of more interested in showing you track day footage now, because I think this is a great overall package. This bike you can take anywhere, do anything. It does everything well. It doesn't do everything exceptionally well. You know, at the track it will blow away half of the competitors with its sheer brute power. But I mean, then it comes down to the bike rider to actually build his ability to ride, and that's something that I'm learning to ride better and better. And of course, you don't want to ride out to your full ability on this particular bike, because crashing it ain't no fun, is it? Too nice a bike to crash. I want to keep it on the road. It tours well. You just stick it in cruise control and blah blah blah. It does it all, blah blah blah. Is it worthwhile? Has it lived up to my expectations? It has, and more. Going out to Morgan Park and riding this bike out there for 3 hours 40 minutes, it was comfortable. I had everything on board. It handled everything, and I mean, overtake whatever you want, whenever you want. Super fast. The extra weight on the back, it just give it the juice, and the front end's off the ground. I mean, she's seriously fast, this thing. And do you need more? Well, that is your that's your deal that you got to figure out. A super bike designed for the racetrack is a wonderful thing, and I would recommend anyone with an MT-10, anyone with any bike at all, learn to ride your bike better, what you got, and take it to the track and do a ride day at the track with a reputable company and have fun. Pick the right group. I just normally go in the green group, and I just reckon it is so much fun, so good to learn, so exciting. And if you ever get a chance and you're in Australia, go to Warwick, sample that track there. Morgan Park Raceway, it's historically a great track. I found it to be so exciting, so good. I'll be looking forward to doing that again. There's your update. I've gas bagged on about blah blah blah. There's your controls, blah blah, lights there, yeah, there it is, reserve, hit that, or your cruise control, away it goes. Your TLC, you got 3 power settings, 3 traction settings, there's your modes, blah blah. Your fuel consumption, oh, that's the other thing, fuel consumption. You don't buy an MT-10 with all of the data on the forums and all the people talking about it for fuel consumption. You already know that they've got a small tank and that the fuel consumption is It is what it is. You don't get a cross-playing crank engine with that noise and all that information to worry too much about it. However, you know, you allow for, on your, if you're touring on it, or you know, you would allow 200 kilometers roughly and looking for fuel stops, and fill the tank right up to the top. Take your time, and then you'll just get that bit extra. Thank you. 5 minutes. Cheers everyone.